Good evening, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you tonight? I need to send this to Tab's room. So he got a very nice Hoover Junior the other day. He's never had one before, but it makes a horrible sound on the floor, which is its brush roll or agitator, not the activator. This is the old-fashioned agitator. The reason not do that, because the brush roll bearings will be dry. You probably can't hear this because they're not horrific, but when the brush roll bearings are dry it will sound like crap. So I'm going to refurbish this, as in change the bearings, and give it to him. I'm not going to paint it. He can do that if he wants. You can do that, Tab, or leave it. You can't see it when it's in, but I thought I'd do a little video to show how to change the bearings. Most people probably know how to change the bearings in one of these. They've been around for so long, even the younger collectors of us, probably even some younger than me, who've changed the bearings in a Hoover Junior or Senior, same as the Junior and the Senior. This is the round belt. They were flat belt ones. I never had one, but I imagine they're identical. So we may need a flat blade screwdriver. Always need your trusty flat blade screwdriver. These, not for crimping, but for grabbing. I'll show you that in a second. And you get your box of vintage Hoover parts out. Yeah. And we'll need two nice new agitator bearings. So, one thing to note is, you see that is not in the middle. That is because the end caps, as per most Hoovers, are keyed. So that side is a long one, nearest the brush roll belt bit, and that bit is flat, which goes on the long side. So first you just twist, and one of the end caps will come off, and one, there we go, and one won't. So that one's come off, that one hasn't, but with a bit of a pull it will. There we go. There. What you will notice is there'll be a lot of thread around the middle bit. You want to pick all that off. I'm just going to angle that upwards ever so slightly so I can see. So, what you're left with on one end is an empty hole where the bearing came out. We'll sort that out in a minute. I'm on this bit of old carpet so I don't get the rug dirty. On the other end you'll see the bearing in. So, you get your little flat blade screwdriver and you try and pop out the plastic washer, which may or may not be completely destroyed. They do that, and there might be a felt pad. I don't have any of those, so it's not going to get one, but it might have a felt pad. And there is the old brush roll bearing. Now you'll see that it's very wobbly. If we look at the new one, that's also very wobbly, but it's better. That's got too much play in it. These aren't genuine Hoover. I don't think I've got the genuine Hoover ones anymore. I used to, and they were much better. These are Qualtex's finest, so they're not quite built to the same standards, but all the little ball bearings inside break up and fall apart. I don't know if, let me see if I can take this apart and show you. I need to look for a little spring clip inside that we need to pop out. I don't know if it will do it on cue, because it doesn't always. I used to refurbish them, like, ow, we're not going to do that. I used to refurbish them doing that, but the problem is that all the little balls wear out, the little race they spin in wears out, and it's just not worth it. When these are 20p each from Qualtex, they're only a couple of quid on the internet, so we'll replace them. Next, hiding in here is a little spring washer. There we go. That takes the wobble from the bearings, and there's one this end as well, hopefully. Is there? I can't see. There. There. Ooh, we're missing a wobble bearing. What has happened quite easily is the end cap came off. Normally you have to put your screwdriver in a little bit, get an edge, and very gently prise it out. There we go. And you want to knock off any mark. Obviously you would run this through the wash if you were doing it on a nice refurbished or to be painted brush roll. So they come out, and then obviously the brush strips pull out. These are lovely brush strips, so I'm not doing anything with that. And there you go. Now if you're refurbishing this for your collection or to sell, you would either sand it down or get it blasted or otherwise clean it up, then prime it and paint it. I've painted them with Poundland paint before and it comes up rather well. And obviously the brush strips only fit in one side each. There we go. And there we go. Right, so that is done. Now, of course, we need to remove this side. And it won't be easy to undo. So you get your crimpers or mole grips. I use crimpers though because it sits in the jaws quite nicely and you can turn, you can grip it, and in theory, there we go, the other end cap will come off. Oh look, there's the other wobble washer. My bad. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Off you get. And of course there's lots of rubbish this side. There's the other plastic cap which is actually very worn, I'll show you that. And lots more, look at that, lots more thread. Like so. So there we go, 2 end caps, 2 inner caps, 2 wobble washers. To vacuum this, 1 axle up there, 2 new bearings, 2 old bearings, and these, now you'll see that they look quite different because one is very worn and one isn't. So again, you get your box of stuff and you get your new one. Bought these ages ago, I saw them on eBay, and I've got somewhere a bag of circlips for turbo power motors, but I've lost those. And I also had a bag of the felt pads, but they're only 20 in a box, and all my turbo powers, bar the 2 that I've got since, have them in now, so I've got it left because I've refurbished them all. So all we have to do now is put it back together, innit? So brush roll, and we'll start with this end first, which is the longest end, so we need the flat bit. And you basically just assemble it in the reverse order. So you pop that on, pop a new bit. Is that the new? Ooh, I've lost track of which one. Yeah, that's the new one. They're the old rubbish ones. The little dimple goes on the outer edge, so like that, and it will only slide so far. There we go. And then you want your little plastic cap, which sits there. So I do think you should have had felt pads. The felt pads sit under the plastic cap if you have one, but this isn't for a concourse machine, it's so that Mr. Teo can have a very nice Hoover Junior to use. There we go. Then you push that up into there and then insert it back into the brush roll. They're only going one way, so you don't have to worry about that, and you just push it. 1/2 done. Now the other side is slightly different because obviously you have to assemble it on, so insert in, wobble washer in, bearing in, felt pad in, which we haven't got, so we'll just gloss over that bit. Your plastic cap, and you'll see the plastic cap sits snugly in the ends to provide a seal, so when all the crap builds up around there, it doesn't get into your bearings, and then you don't have to visit an authorised Hoover service centre more frequently. And then all you do is you tighten up the end caps and give it a spin. It will be a bit stiff to start with while the bearings bed in, and if it is a bit too stiff, just knock it back a tad, and that's about lovely. give it a bit of a run. Like I say, it will loosen up in use because you can rub them really tight, and yeah, that's the same. So that'll be because we disturbed the plastic caps and put a new one in. It will stiffen up, but it should loosen up in use. If it doesn't, you just need to tweak the end cap slightly to loosen them off. But you can't loosen too much, so obviously then they go too wide and won't fit in the machine. So you've got to find a balance point. So that's a lot looser. I haven't got a Junior out to test it with, and it's a bit too late to do it now. Got too much to do tonight. Look, I've got DC25 to polish and put back together so I can get some money for it, because I only feel we're poor. Don't get paid for a while. So yeah, there we go. That's better. It runs smoother. The only way we'll find out is for me to post it to Mr. Tab, him to do a nice video on his YouTube channel. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So, there you go, Tab. I hope that does you good. And to be fair, if your other brush roller is in better condition, you can obviously take this apart, put the new bearings into yours, plastic caps if they're better, basically make one good one out too, and have this as a spare. The brush is really better, you'll be able to do something with it. Or you can compare, so you can have your old one, show us what that sounds like, then have the new one. And we can all comment on it and have a good time. So, thank you very much for watching, and I shall bore you soon. Bye bye.